What up, what up, what up? Alright, let's see it, let's see it. Hopefully this is all working. Alright. Hold up, hold up. Just making sure everything's working. Hit up the chat, let's see it. Alright. Put whatever you got in the chat, that way I can at least see that you guys can hear me and everything's set up. Let me know how my voice sounds. Do I sound crazy? Does it sound robotic? How we sound and how we sounding. Stream looks healthy. There he is. Yeah, that was definitely not sexy at all. Alright. Alright, I'm going to NHL.com. We'll get this review set up. Alright, so how do I sound? How does my voice sound? Do I sound robotic? Do I sound clear? How do I sound? We're trying OBS again, so. How's my face look? Do I look a little glitchy right now, or can you actually see my face? I'm wearing my hoodie again. I'm not letting the hat out. I'm not letting the hair out. It's good. Beauty. Alright, we'll let this fill up a little bit before we start the review. At the very least, I can go ahead and set up. I'm gonna go I gotta post this on. I gotta post a stream link on Twitter. Oh yeah. You know what? I I can't believe we won. I cannot believe we won. Beauty. Alright, so we got 5 in here now. Nice, look at that. A new record. How nice was it? Finally Zibanejad scored, dude. I know it's an empty net. But thank God this guy scored a goal. I feel so bad for him. It was as snake bitten as you can get. Alright, here we go. Kreider's first goal. Alright, here we go. Hockey Stat Miner on Twitter. A lot of monkeys off the back this afternoon, folks. Kreider's first goal in 7 games. Laffy's first goal in 9. Strom's first in 6. And Zibanejad's first in 13. Yikes. Although, not for nothing, Strom's actually been pretty good as of late. He just might not have been scoring, but he's been racking up assists. What up? Jason, I agree, man. Me and my brother were going pretty crazy for that Mika empty netter. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't even realize he hit the net. I just saw him floating all over the place, getting bumped around, and the next thing you know, the puck's bouncing off the empty net. That's funny. That's too funny. All right, well, let it fill up. Once we get to 10, we'll start at 10. Actually, we might not get this straight. We might not get to 10. What do we got here? Kreider's finally doing what... Thank you. I agree, Steven. Oh, my goodness. Ambitions World, what's up? We need to see more OT and shootout reactions. I know. Unfortunately for yours truly, I went ahead and uploaded the my live overtime review against the Flyers, and it got taken down after it had 1 view. It took 14 hours to upload. I'll show it to you. It took 14 hours. 14 hours to upload. And finally, when it uploaded, it was like, you know what? No. So you can see 1 view here. I'll go ahead and click on it. And, wow, I can see it on my end. Hold up. I do not want to get copyrighted on that. Not live. But on your guys' end, you cannot see it. But on my end, I can go ahead and rewatch it. But anyone else cannot see it. And I do not feel like having this stream taken down that early. I will try to find a way to repost that without it getting copyrighted and taken down. Because it was actually very funny. Me and my girlfriend were watching it at midnight. We were watching it very late. It was midnight. We had just gone out with her work friends. We got back. We were watching the game recorded. She knew the score of the game. I had no idea, but she hadn't seen it live yet. I always tell her, do not spoil the game for me. Please, for the love of God, I want my reviews to be candid. So we were going back rewatching it from the second period on, and it was a great reaction. I'll go ahead and here we go. I'll let you guys see this so you can laugh. So I don't know if you guys can read that, but there's my one of many copyright claim emails I get from YouTube all the time for uploading these, for uploading my live reactions. Unfortunately, it kind of stinks. I really, you know what? It's a shame because those reactions, first of all, I don't care about not making money. I don't really do this to make money. I do it for fun. It's entertaining, and I like interacting with fans. But let the people watch it. What are they? You're watching like a crummy 360p reactions from some clown in North Carolina that just so happens to be a Rangers fan, and it's like, nah, take it down. Like really? We had one view, one view on it, and we're like, you know what? Nah, so lame. All right, let's go ahead. We'll just jump into the review now. We're at what, 7 viewers? Nah, that's good enough. All right, let's talk about the game. So, we'll do the statistics first. We'll do the stats first, and then I'll go to the chat and I'll start asking you guys questions. So we were outshot 27-24, which kind of surprised me because I did feel like we dominated controlling the puck that game, but evidently not. Cjeths came up big a bunch of times. We'll get into that in a minute. For the second game in a row, the Rangers out-face off their opponent, 57% to 43%. I think Zibanejad had a ton of wins today. What was he at? Zibanejad was at 65% in the dot today. How are you? We only took 4 penalties, and I thought the Smith penalty was a little bit soft on the referee's part, but that's neither here nor there. We were out-hit, not to be surprised, against a team like Washington with Chara, Wilson, and Hathaway. We were out-blocked, probably for the first time in a while. Only had 2 giveaways. Washington had 5. Kreider, for the love of God, finally scored. I love calling that guy out. Whenever I call him out, I feel like he does well. Let's take a look at the individuals, and we'll go ahead and we'll talk about the rest later. I would go ahead and show you the clips of the goals, and we can go through and break them down one by one, but I fear if I do that, we will be shut down. Mika should have done... Yeah. So, I don't know if you saw it, but Buchnevich actually pretended to rip a monkey off Mika's back after Mika scored. So, Steven, I'll answer your question as soon as I'm done with this, but I actually do have a lot to say about that. Okay, let's finish this. So, Panarin, another 2-point game. Another, I think it was Hockey Stat Miner that posted on Twitter. I could be wrong, so I apologize if I'm miscrediting this. Panarin, since joining the Rangers in 83 games, has had 34 multi-point games and only 19 games without a point. So, that's pretty impressive. So, another multi-point game for Artemi Panarin. Julien Gauthier drew 2 penalties, took a penalty, only 9 minutes. Honestly, he didn't look overly great today. He wasn't stick handling, he wasn't buzzing around like he normally does. So, I'm not going to sit here and complain about his ice time. I don't really think he had it tonight. Lafreniere scored a goal. We're happy with it. You know what? Still looks kind of afraid to be around the puck sometimes, but it's what it is. Move on. Ryan Strowman, I thought, had another excellent game. Over 50% in the dot, a goal and an assist. How are you? 101 points in 150 games with the Rangers or something like that. That's pretty good for a guy that gets dogged on pretty often. That's, well, what is that? So 150, that's like he's scoring in 66% of the games. 0.66 times 82. That's a 55-point pace, roughly. Rooney played almost 20 minutes. Jesus. Well, not for nothing. I mean, Rooney kind of earned it. Rooney's been pretty darn good lately. And honestly, I like that Rooney, Blackwell, and Cjethsyt line. That's pretty fun to watch. Lemieux, I hate to say it, but Brendan Lemieux is kind of getting phased out as our best forechecker. I definitely think he's kind of floating right now. I don't know where they envision him being in the next little while, but probably not in the place of Cjethsyt and Blackwell if they keep playing this well. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with Brendan Lemieux. I don't think he's expendable by any means, but I think he's going to need to start doing something different. Buchnevich about double click. Oh, Buchnevich had 2 assists tonight. I didn't realize that. Oh yeah, because he did have the assist on Mika's empty netter. Hey, we'll take it. I'm not here to complain. On the defensive side of things, they didn't register Kendra Miller with a takeaway. They might go back and edit that later. Adam Fox only played 24 minutes. Bust. Get him off the team. Brutal. Only 24 minutes? Like, are you kidding me? Dude, Adam Fox is so good. It's unbelievable, this guy. Plays a 30-minute night against the Flyers. Comes back and plays almost 25 minutes the next game. Jesus. Almost over 5 minutes shorthanded. Almost 4 minutes on the power play. And then Keandre Miller over 20 minutes. First game back against the Capitals, really. The best goal scorer of all time. You throw Keandre Miller over 20 minutes. The kid is a stud. I don't think we realize how spoiled we are. Like, I said this in my last video. I don't know if anybody, I don't know if you guys remember me saying it in my last video, but Adam Fox, we're spoiled with Adam Fox. Brian McDonough at his peak was an excellent defenseman. Adam Fox where he's at right now versus where McDonough was at his peak are two totally different players. Adam Fox, in my opinion, is way more valuable to us now than McDonough was then. And the reason I say that is this. Although Ryan McDonough, without a doubt in my mind, straightaway speed has Fox beat night and day. It's not even close, straightaway speed. Just Fox's straightaway speed is not that great. Fox's agility, ability to move the puck, get out of like the most ridiculous scenarios where it looks like he's pinching, he's lost it, and he gets the puck out, snapping it tape to tape, great accurate shot. I don't understand it. I don't know how he does half the things that he does, but Adam Fox, we are so spoiled with this guy. He is night and day more valuable to this team than any defenseman I could ever remember watching on the Rangers. And I've been watching the Rangers since, the earliest game I remember is Martin Straka's year, so like 2006 maybe? Probably when I first started really watching the Rangers, so the true testament to Adam Fox and his ability. And could you imagine if this was Adam Fox's rookie year? Thank goodness the Rangers got him earlier. And traded for him a year early. A second or third round pick, honestly, I'll bite the bullet on that to get this guy a year earlier and let him play. Because that year of development did wonders for him. Because like Fox was dominant last year, but this is like a whole nother level. Like he went from, this guy's a bona fide top 4 right now, to this guy's a number 1 defenseman, at least on this team. Maybe not on some other teams, like if you put him on the Lightning, had been still ahead of Adam Fox. But Adam Fox is closing in on being a number 1 defenseman. He's not that far off. K'Andre Miller right now is kind of where Fox was last year. 100% a bona fide top 4 defenseman. Where he goes from here, sky's the limit. Cjethsyt, 1 goal on 27 shots, 1 goal against on 27 shots, .963 save percentage, and another win. I was a little surprised they started Cjethsyt over Georgiev today after Georgiev's win against the Flyers, but who am I to complain? We just won a hockey game, which is not common. There's not really much more I got to say about this. I mean, there wasn't a single player that when they were out there I was like, God, this guy's out there again. Like they didn't look like a weak link out there at all. The boys were absolutely buzzing. It was actually, the first period was boring as sin to watch. I hated every second of it. The second period was very, very exciting, especially towards the end. And the third period was, I don't really feel like we had very many shots the third period, but I don't think we were dominated at the same time. The third period was very methodical and played almost like chess, but it was somehow entertaining. So I'm not here to complain. And we won, so what do I care? As far as all that goes, we'll go to the comments now. Let's see what are you guys thinking? All right, so Steven, I want to answer your question. So you said, aside from the goal, why does Laugh not seem to ever be around the puck? And now agree or disagree with me, but from what I'm noticing with Alexi Lafreniere, is kind of the same thing that we saw out of Capo. First of all, we won this game without Capo Caco, which is impressive. I just want to put that out there. But it's kind of what we're seeing out of Capo Caco from last year. He looks afraid to play with the puck. He looks afraid to be near the puck. He looks afraid to give it away. He looks afraid of being in the Quinn bin. And again, I'm going to reference Sapboy Stevens' tweet. He retweeted and kind of, why did that just pop up on my screen? Why am I looking at my ugly face? There we go. He kind of, acknowledged, oh my God, I lost my words. Translated Capo Caco Finnish interview article where he was saying, basically Capo Caco kind of said, or blatantly said, I don't speak Finnish, so I couldn't understand it, that his coach, David Quinn, was telling him to not do this and not do that and not play with the puck and not try new things. Essentially, shelling your top prospect at the time. Because Capo Caco, at the time, your number 2 overall pick is the best prospect the Rangers have had since Brian Leetch. So when you have that top-tier prospect, the best prospect since Brian Leetch, this is like your top guy, and you're burying him, it's like, come on, like, this is not really a top prospect. This is just a guy you're turning into a role player, essentially. Finally, this year, he's been able to spread his wings a bit, but I feel like Lafreniere is being a little bit buried, kind of the same way that Capo Caco was. It's almost like David Quinn wants them to have a year of adjustment where they're afraid to do anything versus coming and exploding onto the scene. Personally, I like the Maple Leafs model of letting the players come and explode onto the scene. I mean, Mitch Marner and Austin Matthews and William Nylander, even their rookie years were explosive, to say the least. And they've only taken off ever since. I don't understand the slow model. I mean, Capo Caco and Alexi Lafreniere are both ready to dominate the NHL right off the rip and haven't really gotten a chance to do so because they feel like they're kind of being shut down by their head coach. But I'll let you guys comment on that. I don't know what you guys think. You guys let me know if I'm right or wrong in saying that. Yeah, I agree that he is completely neutering his young stars. Yeah. I partially agree with that, yeah. I definitely want to give David Quinn the benefit of the doubt. I really do, but I don't at the same time because he does annoy the heck out of me sometimes. In case you guys don't know, I give up cursing for Lent, so I'm not allowed to curse. I've already cursed 3 times today, so I'm trying to cut down on my cursing as much as possible. Oh, it's been hard, but you know what? We're here, and I'm not doing bad. I'm used to cursing a lot watching these Ranger games, and going from cursing a lot to not cursing at all has given me nothing but a migraine, and it's way too early to start drinking, so I haven't been able to do that to compensate. Denisa, hi. One of the OGs. He's been watching my videos for a very, very long time. I remember from the start. Jesus, it was been 5 years ago. I think I started seeing your comments. So welcome to the stream. I love Potato. Yes, Jason, I love Potato. I mean, personality. He's not bad. He fills in. I like Potato. Anthony Potato's fit in pretty well. Especially because he was a guy we just thought was going to be like less than platoon, and he has now become arguably our sixth defenseman. Because when Jacob Trouba gets back, it's either going to be Smith or Hayek that get the bump out of the lineup. But quite frankly, I don't even think Hayek's been that bad. I don't think Hayek's. He hasn't been quietly good, but he hasn't been like unnoticeable. Like he makes good plays. Like I can't like think of a time where Hayek's had the puck. I'm like, God, this guy again. Like I don't know. I'm kind of liking Libor Hayek. He kind of just fits in quietly, and I'll take that because you need guys like that. And we have enough top-tier prospects, defensive prospects coming up. Jones, Miller, Fox, Lundqvist. We don't need hey, Schneider and Robertson too. I totally forgot about them. We don't need Hayek to be like a top-flight guy. We just need him to fill in right now, and that's totally fine. And if he develops anything past that, we'll take it. But we don't need him to be like anything super phenomenal right now. We just need him to fill in and play his role, and he's done that very well. I think Kakko should have been AHL to start last year, at least for a little bit. I don't know. I don't think Kakko should have been in the AHL at any point last year. I think he should have been given a longer leash, is what I would have said. I think if instead of trying to turn him into a role player where he's kind of afraid to have the puck, chip and chase kind of hockey, we wouldn't be having this conversation. But David Quinn put a very short leash on Kaapo Kakko last year, and it showed. The guy was afraid to be near the puck. But then again, you could argue if that's the case, maybe put him in the NHL and let him explode, AHL a little bit and let him explode. But I think it's a matter of he actually kind of earned a little bit of DQ's trust by just shutting up, grinning and bearing it, and playing in a system. So I really don't know. There's a lot to be said about that, but it's a good thought. It's a good thought. Definitely something that could have been considered, I'm sure, at many points last year. I really wish Blackwell got that goal. Are you talking about the wraparound? He was so close on that. God, Blackwell buzzes. I say this all the time. Like sometimes when you get AHL studs. I'll give you two perfect examples. Colin Blackwell and Phil DiGiuseppe are AHL studs. They were always at the top in terms of scoring in the AHL. When you take them out of their element, when you take them out of their AHL team and you put them on a totally different NHL franchise, and they realize, well, listen, I'm not there anymore, so it's either adapt or die, sink or swim at this point. And when they adapt, you get a guy that was once a skilled player who still possesses skill to turn into a role guy that forechecks. He's fast as all hell. I mean, that doesn't count as a curse, by the way. It's in the Bible. Blackwell and DiGiuseppe, fast as hell. Skate like the absolute wind. And when you turn a player as skilled as that into a forechecker, guys, they already have great hand-eye, good puck skills, so they're able to bat pucks down. They're able to forecheck. They're able to do all these things. You turn them into role players. That's what the Penguins have been doing for years. Taking guys that were AHL studs, putting them with Crosby for a little bit, then putting them with Malkin, and then turning them into role guys. And it works out. It always works out for them. So honestly, I'm loving Blackwell. I'm loving DiGiuseppe. And I hope these guys continue to excel at their role and hopefully find a way to make it work long-term at the Rangers because I'm loving what I'm seeing out of them so far. I think, let's see. Les Lindgren played very well. I say all the time Lindgren is kind of like the second coming of Dan Girardi. That's at least kind of what I'm seeing out of Ryan Lindgren. Eats pucks, makes the first pass out of the zone, hits everything, gets up. He never stays injured. Like I don't know. I really like Ryan Lindgren. What a great pickup in that Nash deal. What a steal. Think Smith gets bumped out? Yeah, I could see that happening. Although I wonder if Quinn will give Smith the veteran nod over Libor Hayek. Really want to see Tarmo get some action in the NHL. I agree. I would love to see Tarmo this year, but honestly, let him dominate in the AHL for a little bit before we call him up. But I definitely think we see him at some point. Kakko last year don't matter in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. He's playing very good right now. Kakko should have been the second line. Fox should have been on the third line. I agree. Yeah. You could tell the Rangers definitely missing Jesper Foss this year. It's actually beginning to show a little bit. Not on the PK, because the PK has been excellent. I speak volumes about Jacques Martin and his impact on the PK, because it's been nothing short of excellent. The guy's been unreal in terms of setting up our penalty kill. What are we? We've only given up one penalty kill goal, one power play goal against in the last X amount of games. Actually, let's look at it right now, because we're done looking at this. Look at the team stats. The Rangers PK has got to be top of the league. It's unreal. Also, my computer is still at 10% available. I don't understand. It's been like this for years. Yeah, 86%. That's pretty good considering the tools that we have right now. Oh, hold on, 84%. I don't know what net is. I don't know why it says net. It's... Where are we? All right, 9th. I'll take that. Compared to what we had last year, and given the tools that we have right now, I'll take that every day. Every day. And that's only going to go up because we went +4. We killed off 4, and it hasn't populated yet because we only have 5 wins. I wish it would just update now so I could really see where we're at, because we probably moved up to about we probably moved up over an entire percentage point after killing 4. It's still early enough in the season. Either way, the PK's been excellent. Jacques Martin has been phenomenal for the Rangers. He's been an excellent addition. Definitely an upgrade over Lindy Ruff. God, I can't believe the Kings are that high in PK. Good for them. Jerks. Hopefully some combination of warmer weather and... Yes. That would be pretty awesome, Steven. I'll take that. I'll take that 10 times out of 10. I would love that. I don't think the Rangers are ready for a cup run now. I think next year or the year after... Well, I think next year, you kind of see out of the Rangers a little bit of what you saw out of the Blackhawks when they won their first cup. I'm not saying the Rangers are going to win the cup next year, but I think you're going to start seeing them start to piece it all together. You get Kakko in his 3rd year, Lafreniere in his 2nd year, Mika on a contract year, Lindgren and Fox in their 3rd year. Like, I think next year is when you really start to see the Rangers just really start to take off. Yeah, I think they're missing Foss in the locker room. I don't know if you guys listen to Spit and Chicklets, but apparently they hear a lot about just for Foss being an awesome teammate, everyone loving him. Losing Foss, Hank Saul. Yeah, as much as Mark Stahl wasn't very fun to watch on the ice, it seems like everybody absolutely loved him in the locker room. Definitely one of the funnier guys, it seems. Mika's trending with 60K. Oh my god, is he really? No way. I'm going to look that up. Actually, I'm going to charge my phone while I'm doing this. Hold on. I believe you. Let's see. Oh, you're not kidding. Mika Zibanejad is trending on Twitter. That's hilarious. That's unreal. Ha! They got Mika trending on Twitter. That's all it takes. Shorthanded goal. I scored a shorthanded goal in Beer League last week. You don't see me trending on Twitter, so whatever. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Yeah, dude. I'm not even watching this outdoor game right now because I really wanted to do this live stream because I don't know... Oh my god, that's hilarious. Go look at Spit and Chicklets' recent tweet. Captioned, what a name. That's hilarious. Because I don't know when the next time I'm going to get a chance to live stream is. Because I actually do have to leave for work here in about a half hour. So I'll live stream for another 10-20 minutes. And then I got to get ready to leave for work. I don't really get a chance to live stream and record often. That's why it's so rare you guys ever see me uploading. And it's hard at work and school. It's hard to just get a consistent schedule going. Oh, that's crazy. God, that scenery is unreal. Although I think it's pretty funny if someone launched it over and missed the boards at this outdoor game and you just see the puck sliding down the lake. I think that would be hilarious. Okay. What else we got in the chat? Yeah, I'm gonna go back. Yep. Yes, let's go Rangers. NP22. What a win! What an absolute win, Dusty. What an absolute win. That was fun to watch, man. We needed that. We needed that so bad. Oh my god. Honestly, I'm at the point now where I don't even care how we win. I don't even care. Well, I care who scores. I really want to see Laughing Kakko score and everything like that, but I just want to see some wins. Man. Alright, let's take a look at this. Let's see where the Rangers sit compared to the rest of the league. I don't think did it populate yet? No, I'm probably not going to populate till the end. That stinks. I really want to see. So, +2. So, Panarin is back up to tied 12th in the league in scoring. We'll take it. And he missed games too. God, Kopitar's popping off already. Dang. Look at Matthews, dude. Oh, my God. Even if Leafs fans were calling for his head last year, traded him in the offseason. What a bunch of idiots, I swear to God. I'm not calling all them idiots. I'm calling the ones that say trade Matthews an idiot. Well, I don't understand it. Huberdeau, goodness gracious. Huberdeau really popped off, man. This kid kind of... I don't know what happened to Jonathan Huberdeau. I don't know when he started eating his Wheaties, but Jesus. He's really, taken off these past few years. Great rookie season. Great rookie season. Not a great sophomore season. Good third. Good fourth. Good fifth. better 6, and then boom, shaka laka. Like, this kid just popped off. They were talking a couple years ago about trading him in a deal for Malkin. Yikes. That's a yikes for me. I couldn't imagine saying the words trade and Huberdeau in the same sentence right now. Especially if they're going to end up losing Barco to free agency in a couple of years. It's actually kind of interesting to look at the scoring leaders in the NHL this year. McKinnon only 15 points in 12 games. Wow. Dustin Brown, 8 goals and 14 points in 15 games. Jesus. It's been a while since I actually took a second to stop and looked at the scoring leaders. Jordan Kyrou. What? Huh. Everyone's favorite stat, plus minus. Let's see who's the biggest dash. Really want to... Yeah, I don't know where Kraftstoff's going to fit on this team, man. That's a really good question, because when Capo Caco comes back, what's his name gets pushed out? Probably Gauthier gets pushed out. Here, let's do this right now. We'll make everything easier. Let's set this up. Interactive, armchair GM, create a team. Oops. Your mom. I promise you I'm not a robot. Got him. Dang it. We tried. So, alright, let's see. So, yeah, that ain't changing. I actually happen to really like this. Rooney is your 4th line center. Blackwell's playing the wing. You'll be over there. Coach comes back. Yeah, because then Hito comes back. That pushes him out. Come on. I totally forgot Hito was out, man. Honestly, I might have been right. I might have been onto something. Maybe it is, what's his name that gets the... I hate when it does this. Yeah, Smith, get out of here. Or Johnson, get out of here. Where's my man Potato? This is probably what you end up seeing. Oh, right. Holy crud. Okay. So maybe you see this? Oh, hold on. Whoops. I don't know. That's wait, what is going on? What is going on with Cap Friendly? I don't know. That's actually pretty interesting. That's actually you're right, Jason. Where does Kraftstoff fit on this team? Because then if you put in Kraftstoff, you're sitting Lemieux, Howden, and Gauthier. You're not taking out Blackwell right now. You're definitely not taking out Cjethsyt. That's actually a really good point. Well, I guess that speaks more to volumes of the Rangers' depth right now, because this is kind of what you're working with, right? Let's actually even go ahead and take a step further and do that. So look at that. Yeah, that's an interesting point, because then you got these 3 guys. You have a combination of these 4 right here: Rooney, Howden, Gauthier, and Lemieux riding the bench, and you're not benching Rooney. Maybe they don't even call over Kraftstoff this year. NP, hopefully we can get a winning streak going here. I agree with you. I would love a winning streak right now. The boys need it. They're going east to west perimeter team now. They were doing really good before injury started. Now back. Yeah, I agree with you. Steven. They've been pretty. Yeah, the dump and chase. I don't know. The dump and chase works great with our 4th line, but you can't have your top player dumping and chasing. Boys buy real estate and increase in slot. I agree with you. Imagine laughing with this confidence of Virginia. Oh my God, I would love that, dude. We're so spoiled the next 10 to 15 years watching this team. Goodness. I think Rooney gets the boot. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if Rooney gets the boot, man. I really don't know. I mean, it's a good problem to have, having like too many guys that should be in the NHL. Because you could argue that Brendan Smith kind of does belong in the lineup right now too. You could make that argument. And then you got... Let's pretend it's 2022, right? Let's pretend it's 2022. And every guy that I'd imagine is going to have a really good shot at making the NHL in 2022. And then we got where's Nils? Yeah, I did 69. What about it? And then I wonder if Payuniemi comes over. Nah, they probably give him a year in the A. They call him up. God, that's such a nice prospect. Cool to look at. So let's pretend it's 2022, right? Like, these are all the guys you have. I'd imagine they're going to re-sign Cjethsyt. I don't see them not re-signing Cjethsyt. We're not even going to look at these guys because they're all going to be gone. It's an interesting conversation to have. It's a very interesting conversation to have because you wonder what happens between now and then. I mean, the Rangers have the assets to make a move if they'd like. But, I mean, who out of these guys you literally, I mean, aside from Howden, who's kind of expendable, who out of these guys, like, let's say, like, let's put this into perspective, right? Let's go into, when do we play next? We play Monday night? Is that when we play? I'll tell you right now. Oh, we don't play till Wednesday? What? That sucks. That really sucks. Okay. We play Wednesday night. After that win, let's just put together the lineup we had tonight. Who do you confidently say comes out of the lineup? Like, who right now out of these guys are you taking out of the lineup? I'm just going to go ahead and remake the lines that we had today. Who right now are you looking at and are telling me right now is 100% coming out of the lineup after today's game? I wonder what you guys think. I'm looking at chat right now. See what you guys think. I'm being serious. Like right now, like after that win against Philly and Washington, who out of this lineup are you taking out? Because I'd have a hard time taking any of these guys out after back-to-back wins like that. Obviously, Kakko is your priority to get back in the lineup. So who are you giving the boot to? Gauthier, Lemieux. I see that. I can see that. What else, guys? Who do you think? Because you got to put Kakko back in the lineup. You don't just sit the guy the way he's been playing. So who comes out? I'm honestly on the Lemieux campaign. I might bump out Lemieux at this point to bring back in Kakko and give Gauthier one more chance. Because right now I don't think you split up that fourth line. So let's say you take out Lemieux, boom 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 boom. You put Gauthier with Howden and Kreider. You cannot, in my opinion, you do not break up that fourth line. I don't know what you guys think, but I do not break up that fourth line. No chance. So let's say you bump out Lemieux then, right? Well, and this is what you're left with. And then when Hedl comes back, yikes, man. I guess Gauthier is the man that, I guess right now, I'm bump out Lemieux first, then bump out Gauthier when Hedl gets back. I guess that's kind of what you have to do. And yeah. Or do you just do this? I would just do that. Yeah. I don't know why Lemieux's still on the power play. It blows my mind. I think Lemieux looks a lot better this year than he did last year. Skating and stick handling and shooting has gotten much better. But still not like top tier. I think Lemieux had a great season. Like I say great. I think Lemieux had a good season. He hasn't done anything to upset me. I just think like right now who are you taking out? Like who are you moving around, if anybody? That's kind of where I'm sitting. Yeah, I'm starting to like these depth guys too, man. It's starting to really break my heart. Because someone's got to go eventually. You can't have Morgan, Barron, Kraftstov, and all these guys knocking at the door and then just you know. If I was a betting man, I would say this ends up happening at some point. Unless DQ really has a Howden boner, and then... Yeah. I agree. That's a good point. Everyone does deserve to play right now. They're all starting to buzz pretty good. It's tough. It's tough. It's definitely a situation I don't want to be in, and there's going to be positive and negative reviews no matter what happens. But I think if we're looking at Eichel rumors are heating up. Here's a problem, right? Let's do a mock. All right, let's pretend it's where is this kid? Eichel. Okay. So let's pretend so you have to send a first round pick, right? So no matter what the first round pick is, we could have the first overall pick in this upcoming draft. You're not getting Eichel unless you move it. Yeah, Howden's starting to grow on me too. So even if it's the first overall pick, you're giving up that pick for Eichel. After that, because it's a weak draft, so it doesn't have much value. After that, I would say this. I would say Fox, Miller, Cjethsyt, Kakko, and Lafreniere are absolutely untouchable. I would say those are the untouchables. I think that's fair to say. So let's say you throw in a top 10 pick, because I don't think the Rangers are going to make the playoffs. Let's pretend it's a top 10 pick. Who do you throw in after that? I mean, you're going to move Nils Lundkvist? You're going to move him after the way he's been playing? Quite frankly, I think Nils Lundkvist and Adam Fox is your right side going to the future. How do you say no to that? I wouldn't move him. Like, if this is your top 4 for the next 10 years, you're in pretty good shape. I'm not moving either one of those guys. You probably have to throw in Georgiev because Buffalo needs a goalie, unless this kid, what's his name, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen is really the real deal. I ain't seen much out of him, so I don't know. So you got to throw in Georgiev. You throw in Kravtsov too. Kravtsov could be just as good as Kaapo Kakko. So do you really want to move Kravtsov? You have to throw in one of your better defensive prospects. So I mean, I really don't want to trade Matthew Robertson, but you got to throw in Robertson then. This isn't nearly enough. I think the problem is the ceiling is so high on the guys that you'd have to consider moving to really get the meter moving. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong camera. To really get the meter moving, I think it's too risky. I want Jack Eichel more than anything else in this world. I just don't know what you give up to get the guy. Because they're going to ask for a king's ransom, and rightfully so. You trade Mika Zibanejad? The whole point of getting Eichel is to have a good 1-2 punch. It's a lot to think about. Personally, I hope the Rangers don't trade Nils Lundkvist. I wouldn't trade that guy for anything right now, the way he's playing. Oops. Let's see. I know I'm using Hockey DBH. Elite Prospects takes way too long to load. Yeah, you probably have to throw in 2 first. Yeah, you gonna move this guy after the way that he's playing? No way, no shot. Kid wore an A and was playing almost 30 minutes a night in representing Sweden. So I don't trade this guy. No shot. No shot. No chance. No chance. I wouldn't move Kakko. I wouldn't move Kakko for Eichel. No chance. I would not sacrifice Kakko and his years of control for Eichel. There's no chance. I want Eichel bad. I do, but not that bad. Well, this is the problem when you craft up trades for a really, really big name player like this, though. You're going to end up having to give to get. And I don't think the Rangers are willing to part of what you're going to need to give to get Jack Eichel. Well, let's take it a step further. Let's say 2 first-round picks, Georgiev, Robertson. You still have to build up this. They'll laugh at you if you ended at this. They're probably gonna ask for Buchnevich too. Maybe they won't. I don't know. Probably end up losing Hedel. They're gonna ask for Hedel. I don't know. I really don't know. This is a tough trade to craft. Because you're going to be giving a lot more than you want to, man. Two first, Kravtsov, Robertson, and Georgiev. Yeah. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm actually genuinely afraid to give up Vitaly Kravtsov. Because I think this kid's ceiling is so unbelievably high. I know a lot of people sleep on Vitaly Kravtsov, but not only forget watching his highlights. Every now and again, like if you wake up early enough in the morning, you can catch a Kravtsov KHL game. You just got to find the right streams on Reddit. Don't tell anyone I told you that. So I don't know. I think Hedel might be good enough to be a first-line center someday too. That's what I'm saying. Like at this point, do you rush and get a game changer like Eichel, or do you wait and see if Hedel kind of grows into more of a game changer? I really don't know. Personally, as much as I want Eichel now, the more responsible move is to wait till after next season when Barkov's a free agent. I think that's the move. Because if Barkov really isn't staying in Florida, I'd rather get Barkov for free than give up this many assets for Eichel. And I want Jack Eichel, like, bad. I mean, this kid is literally a number one center. I know. It's a tough conversation to have, and it's a lot to think about. I mean, it's Jack Eichel, you know? Kid's unbelievable. Watch some Jack Eichel highlights. I don't even think his numbers do him justice. Just watch Eichel highlights. Kid is unreal. I have a Hedel jersey. I mean, it's fake, but I love it too. I wear it every time I go to the games and to Checkers games. Yeah, well, so let's do this. All right, so this is where we're sitting next year. Pretend you find someone to take D'Angelo without having to buy him out, right? So let's just. It's not actually Anaheim. We're just playing pretend for a second. Let's just pretend. What do you think our second power play unit should look like? I'll answer that in a second. Got this. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go ahead and build the Rangers 2021 team really quick, and then I gotta end this video. End this stream. Let's pretend Book gets 4,500. I'm not worried about the years right now. I'm just worried about just. Oh, I forgot it's a contract here for Hedel. He probably gets a bridge. I might just 1 year bridge him. Same thing you kind of get to Georgiev. Yeah, because there's no way they don't. All right, so right off the rip, this is where you're starting with next year. So you got cap space to do it. Because that's your dead hit. This is everybody re-signed. We're in our pretend world. He goes to the minors. He goes here. Why is Capo Caco on defense? Do this. Boom, boom. Let's just play pretend for a second. Let's just play pretend. Okay? So, first things first. With this much cap space, I wouldn't be surprised if the Rangers give Cjethsyt an 8-year deal now. So we might re-sign Cjethsyt to a big boy contract like after this season. Hedl, I don't know what they do with him. Buchnevich, same thing. He could be expendable. But there's a lot to sit and think about this offseason with the Rangers and what they can and cannot do. Because you got to account for it. You got to re-sign Mika. So I don't know. And then now let's go ahead and we'll go back. We'll do this. Trade Buffalo Eichel. You get your 2021 and 2020. There we go. Boom, boom. You're not. I promise you're not trading Kakko or Lafreniere. You're not. You don't. And if you do, it's a mistake. It's just a mistake. I don't know. This is really, really tough, guys. I'm not trading him. I ain't trading him. I wouldn't want to trade Lindgren. Definitely not trading him. Put in Georgiev. Put in Robertson. That's kind of where we're at, right? This is your team next year. Hold on. Morgan Barron's biting. He's ready to come in the lineup. So what are you doing? What are you doing from here? It's a lot. There's a lot of hypotheticals here, man. There's a lot you could do. There's a lot you don't want to do, but there's a lot you can do. So, like, you could hit... Buffalo's going to want quality. I don't know. I feel like when you're trading a guy of Jack Eichel's caliber, similar to when the Rangers traded for Rick Nash. Look back at the Rick Nash deal, right? Okay. So this is not much of a comparable because Rick Nash was, 9 years ago. He was let's say 26, being very generous, 26 years old. Okay? This is not Capo Caco's Lafreniere. This is not top tier stuff. This is like, okay, a bottom 10 first round pick, a B prospect, a potential second line center, and a second line center. For arguably the best power forward in the NHL. This is as close to comparable as you're going to get. And if you don't want to go from there, we can do something like this. Maybe we got to try to find a happy medium. So now you're talking about 2013, 7 years ago, roughly 7. So 22, 23 years old, roughly that same age. Not as dominant as Eichel, but still pretty good. A potential first line center for sure. You're giving up a third line center with that. You're getting a 30 goal scorer, a B prospect, a C prospect. We're not like... So if, let's pretend this is the case. Then this right here is already getting close to overpayment. If we're looking at the history of big trades, when it comes to center around one big player, Sagan, Nash, center around one big player over the age of 25. Eichel's going to be 25 next year. This right here is getting close. At this point, you're throwing in a young roster guy. You're throwing in a Buchnevich. And then historically, not in my opinion, but historically, this would be seen as close to an overpayment. So I really don't know. See, this is all we can do is really speculate because we're not behind the scenes. We don't know what's going on. You're looking at a potential top 10 pick, another potential top 10 pick, a top 6 forward, a B prospect, and a potential starting goalie of the future, if not one already. So there's really a lot to go off here. There's a lot to think about here. So I don't know. I think maybe a lot of it is simply fans overvaluing players. I think maybe fans' ideas of how much players are worth are a little too skewed by video games, and maybe these GMs are seeing something that we're not. Because personally, I'm looking at this right now, and if I'm the Buffalo Sabres, I hang up that phone so freaking fast that Jeff Gordon's head is spinning. But who knows? Maybe in hockey, in the hockey world, a GM looks at this like, that's a pretty good deal. I'm probably not going to get this from somewhere else. I really don't know. I mean, here we'll do this one last one, and then I'll answer the final questions, and I gotta get ready for work. Oh, I cannot spell. Thornton. Okay, so this is probably the closest we're gonna get because Thornton's similar to Sagan, but he was a first overall pick, so I don't know. Yeah, I guess Thornton was pretty dominant. Well, how old was he when he was traded? 05, 06, 15 years ago. 15, yeah, so this is perfect. This is perfect. Okay. Because you could argue Thornton was more dominant. Wayne Primo, so... Let's see. Bottom six. A young bottom six guy comparable to probably like Lemieux. %100% a top four defenseman. So a steady NHL defenseman. A young up-and-coming middle six forward. I don't know. Let me do this. I'll go ahead and do this. Let's pretend that this is real life. I'm not saying this, but I'm going off historical stuff, things that we've seen in the past. What I'm seeing is this. For Jack Eichel, I'm being 100% serious right now. What I'm seeing, and this is not going to happen because if it does, it would be unbelievable. What I'm seeing is literally this. That is what I'm seeing. Historically. If this happens, I would be so shell-shocked, it's not even funny. It would never happen because in terms of value, this is so far from matching up, it's actually not even funny. It's not even funny. But historically, this is almost kind of what we're seeing. And if you don't agree with that, fine. We'll do this. And we'll throw in... I don't even know what to throw. Throw in another B prospect. Right? Oh, yeah, Georgiev. I left that Georgiev. Historically, this kind of, here. I'll even be generous. Historically, in terms of value, this is what you're seeing for top flight, former top pick players. We looked at the Nash deal. We just looked at the Thornton deal. We looked at the Sagan deal. 2 first overall picks and a second overall pick between the ages of 23 and 26. We just looked at all those. Historically. You can argue Thornton's numbers were way better than Eichel's were right now. Way better. And this is what we have. On the face, to me, this makes no sense for Buffalo. Historically, GMs would be like, oh, okay, good deal. So I don't know. This is what's fun about being a fan. We get to sit here, just talk, engage, and just wonder what the heck's going to happen. Because, quite frankly, none of this makes sense. Because this is pretty comparable to some of the trades we were just looking at. And it's utterly ridiculous. Just looking at it, right? So I don't know. So I just think we sit back, let GMs do their things, and we just we cross our fingers. This was a fun live stream, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and answer all your questions. I'm going to go ahead and hop off here. What do you think our second power play unit is? All right, so our second power play unit, in my opinion, if I'm making it, we'll just pretend this is the second unit. So the top unit, you have Mika, Panarin. We're just pretending that this is 2021, not next year. You have Kreider. This is our top unit at the moment. Where's this other idiot? Yeah. Okay. And I don't like this top unit by any means. In my opinion, if I am crafting the second unit, then you have boom, boom, boom. I'm crafting the second unit. I'm doing this. And I'm doing... Where's the other idiot? Oops, you're supposed to go there, and you are supposed to go... Yeah. And what happens is this. Strowman takes a face-off. Then he goes to the left side. Lafreniere swings to the right side. Kakko goes to the front of the net. And if you don't want it to be complicated, you just do this. Face off, Lafreniere in this circle, K'Andre this circle. High circle, Trouba on the left side. Kakko goes to the front of the net. You have, if this is the ice, right, this is the net right here. Miller, Laffy, Kakko, Strome, Trouba. That's my opinion. That's what I think the best second unit would be right now. But if they're hell-bent on really not changing that top unit, I think that's fine. I think personally right there's too many lefties, and you do need to mix in a righty there, but that's about really all you can do. Gotta think Hedo goes second line. Yeah, when Hedo gets back, he'll be on the second line. 2 in a row, baby. Let's go, Shelly. Personally, I'd trade Brett Howden. Yeah, I would trade Brett Howden in mostly any trades, to be honest with you. Buffalo wants Kakko, Strome, and a first. Not happening. I agree with you. There's no shot, Tyler. I agree with you right there, brother. Most underrated YouTube channel. Oh, thank you very much, Spencer. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Both Nashville were so good for us. Oh, yes. They were unreal for us. In a video game, I'd rob Buffalo of... Oh, 100% me too. I love to see Heat on the power play. I agree. But, I don't know, man. We'll sit back and watch. We get to be fans, and we get to enjoy this. So, who knows? Who knows? It's fun to think about these things. It really is. I enjoy it a lot. But, anyways, that's about all the time I got for today. I appreciate everybody for stopping by and watching the stream today. It's very kind of you all to come by. All your comments, I love this stuff. I'm going to try to do this more in the future. It's kind of hard to do this while we're working school, but I'll do my best to stream as much as possible. I really do enjoy this. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all, and I will see you all in the next one. Thank you, everybody, again. Love you all. Peace.